A man walks up to another man, sticks a pistol in his belly and says, "Give me all your money." The man being held up says, "You can't do this to me. I'm a United States congressman." The man with the gun says, "Oh, well, in that case, give me my money." Sounds about right. Okay, today we're going to talk about gun control. A pretty spicy topic these days. The Biden administration wants to take executive order to curtail gun violence. Okay? They want to basically get rid of the Second Amendment.
Minute, let alone an hour, to take common sense steps that will save the lives in the future, and to urge my colleagues in the House and Senate to act. We can ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country once again. I got that done when I was a senator. It passed. It was law for the longest time. And it brought down these mass killings. We should do...
Let me take a second to explain exactly why the Second Amendment is there and what it really means. First and foremost, if Biden, or anyone for that matter, considers themselves an American constitutionalist and loves this country and what we're founded on, then, taking out an amendment, especially one like the Second Amendment, is not only violating the Constitution, but violating the very fabric of our nation. The reason the Second Amendment exists, a lot of people think, oh, it's for hunting, or it's just for, self-protection if someone breaks into your house. And while it can be, it's useful for those things, it was not originally designed for that purpose. You have to remember that, unlike many other countries, we had to fight for our freedom. The American Revolution. A lot of people now don't care about it, don't want to read about it. They think it has no value to life, but I promise you it has a lot of value. Know your history. It's important. So, we had to fight. Our forefathers set out to be better. Better than the monarchy that ruled them. Well, because of that, they didn't want that situation to happen again. So, what the Second Amendment was written for, why it exists, is so that the people of the country could defend themselves against the government if it became tyrannical. Yeah. If the United States government were ever to subjugate the population, the citizens could rise up and make sure that their government was accountable. If anyone wanted to become king or Führer, or whatever, of these United States, the people could say no. We are not having this. We are a free people. We are citizens, not subjects. That is the difference between a citizen and a subject. We are citizens of this country, not subjects. So let's talk about gun control. The left, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, whoever, wants you to believe that guns are the evil of this world. That guns put themselves into someone's hand and they make them shoot people. That it's not the person. I'm not going to lie to you. In order to get gun legislation passed, they must lie. To get anyone on their side, they have to lie to you. I'm not going to do that. Don't like liars, don't think much of them. That's why I don't really like a whole lot of politicians. Let's go over the facts. In 2019, there were 364 deaths committed with a rifle. Okay? The same year, in 2019, there were 600 murders with your fists or feet. So there were nearly twice as many people killed by someone with their fists or their feet or their knees than a rifle. Sounds like a huge problem. We should outlaw fists and feet. Yeah, that's what I think we ought to do. Also in 2019, get ready for it, there were 1,476 murders with knives. Yeah, I tell you, those knives, they jump right into people's hands and they convince them to stab people. They do. They're horrible, horrible weapons, and we should get rid of them. Let's start using other things to cut our vegetables with. Our meats. Maybe a fork, like on the side of it. Oh, forks are deadly too. So what I'm trying to say is, just under 400 people were killed in 2019 with rifles of any kind. Every rifle. Whether you're talking about a quote-unquote assault weapon, which, between you and me, it doesn't exist. That's a made-up term that the Democrats use to fool people. Hopefully you're not one of those people. But nearly 400 with all rifles. The 1,476 with knives. Okay. Again, they don't give you facts. They lie to you to get their agenda. Why? Because they want power. So, Joe Biden and the Democrats want so bad to gain power, want so bad to push through everything they can before we vote them out because, the legitimacy of their government in the first place. I'll leave that for another video. But they want to push all this forward so bad that before, I guess, the midterms, 2022, Joe Biden is talking about nuking the filibuster. So therefore, a simple majority would pass their law, their change in the Senate. He wants to nuke the filibuster so they can push through gun legislation like his 1994 assault weapons ban, which he's very proud of for some reason, even though statistically it didn't do anything. They pushed it through in 1994. It was repealed in 2004, but it had no effect on gun homicides. It had no effect on mass shootings. It had zero effect. Yet he's very proud, and again, they lie to you. So they want to do even more this time. High capacity magazines, rifles, whatever. Again, don't let them lie to you. It's all about power. It's all about power. Once they disarm you, then they control you. Going back to the Second Amendment and all our rights as Americans. To understand it, you have to know that the government did not give us these rights. These are inalienable rights, right? Natural rights. The government merely recognizes those rights. They are God-given. We have the God-given ability to protect ourselves with rifles or with those dangerous knives or fists. We have the God-given ability and right to speak our minds. First Amendment. To gather, to assemble in groups. We have these rights not because the government gave them to us, but because God did. Again, the government merely recognizes them, and not every government does. People need to realize how special this country is. People have forgotten that. We used to know that in this country. Now, I'll put it this way. Instead of trying to really hard to make a better world for our children, how about we make better children for our world? Just a thought. And again, they tell you over and over again, hey, we're not after your guns. Why does everybody always say, hey, we're after your guns? Well, it's because you said it. Yeah, watch this.
And I believe that it is possible, it has to be possible, that people agree that these slaughters have to stop. And this is, again, you reject the false choice and stop pushing it for sure. Stop pushing the false choice that this means everybody's trying to come after your guns. That is not what we're talking about.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
And now they want us to trust them. Hey, we never said that. We're not coming after your guns. We love you, right? Unless you voted for Trump. So the left wants felons to be able to vote. They want to be able to go to prisons, register people, and have them vote. They want felons to vote. They want illegals to vote. But they don't want law-abiding citizens to own a firearm. It seems like they're really on your side. They're on the side of America. Yeah. Trump, regulating China, Iran, our enemies. Biden, they have already rolled over, giving them money, giving them everything they need to overthrow us as the world power. I don't know what goes through the minds of liberals, of leftists, but I want you to wake up, please. I'm not stating that every Republican is a saint. There are several I disagree with, several I do not like. But every Democrat in Congress, they're leftists who do not love this country. They do not love you. They don't want the best for you. They want the best for them. They want power. And they'll do anything to get that power. If you truly want to divide this country, do what they're doing. Look at their actions, not their words necessarily, even though their words sometimes are quite hilarious and scary. Look at their actions. Do you really think they want us to come together? Or do they want us divided so we'll fight each other? We just shouldn't be fighting one another. We should be on the same side against anti-American sentiments. They're tearing us apart. Let me ask you, what would you do to make sure that the divide that currently exists in this country stays, deepens, widens? Well, you would put forward gun legislation that will, if passed, make it impossible for red states to comply with. There are many states already who are Second Amendment sanctuaries, since the left had their sanctuary cities and states for their illegal immigrants. That's really working out well for them, isn't it? But Second Amendment sanctuaries, which means no matter what Biden or the Democrats pass, that our Second Amendment is safe because they won't abide by that law, federal law, just like the left did. So if he goes through with this, if Biden or if the Democrats Congress go through with it, what do you think it's going to do? Do you think we're going to come together? No. It's going to ensure that we do not. That we spread further and further apart. So I ask you again, why? Why, if like I told you, and please look everything up. I don't expect you to believe me. So, just like I don't expect you to believe anyone who sits there and talks to you. I want you to do your own research. Because that's the only way that you'll believe all of it. I'm never going to lie to you. I'm going to give you my opinion. Guns are tools. They don't hop in someone's hands and make them shoot people. They don't go around loading themselves. So, please, look stuff up. Look things up for yourself. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. We got to come together somehow, some way. Even if we don't agree, we have to agree that this is the greatest country in the world, and we cannot let them ruin it. No matter what party, no matter who it is, we can't let them do it. We'll never get it back if it's gone. Okay. Well, if you like my commentary, subscribe, like, and we'll talk to you later. God bless.